Let's do this. Right, yo everyone. Hello, hello, hello. And today we are continuing where we left off. Now, this isn't going to be the longest in the world because in a couple of hours we'll be breaking to I wonder if there's anything more to say.
Good to see you, Commander.
Just good to see. Yeah, so currently plan is we're going to do this for a few hours and then we're going to see how I'm feeling. I'm probably going to go with the vote and do Hades because I think FF14 I'd be a bit aimless after a bit. Nothing against FF14, just there's only so much you can do in it. And
in remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, Serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
so current is we'll probably do Hades because I think Harvestella is just a bit too easy to lose yourself in. That and the fact that it's very hard to find a good place to stop. It might be a bit difficult to find a place to... No, shit, wrong button. Is there seriously? Okay, hold on, let me... Can I do key binds for a control? Map. Can't edit the controller settings. Yeah, well, let me edit controller. Ideally they would put map on one of these buttons. Yeah, currently it's that's why. Ideally map would be attached to one of the buttons. Right, so don't even worry about it.
Negative contact.
I will mention it because it will probably maybe come up. We are using a few mods. I finally got worked out how to do it. Mainly things like we're using the Mass Effect 1 community mod, a community patch. We're also using a mod to bring back the Pinnacle Station DLC. Conrad Werner. I need to speak to I need to speak to Nasana Danthius, and I need to speak with Kahoku.
This isn't a proof of purchase.
It's a bank statement. It shows that I bought something from you when I bought it.
Well, thank you for buying it from me, but this still doesn't prove that you purchased that item from my store.
But I didn't buy any.
There are rumors on the extranet that you've been made the first human Spectre. That's incredible.
Being a Spectre is a big responsibility. I just want to make humanity proud.
The vids are all talking about Commander Shepard fighting for all of us back home. And they also say that you don't take crap from anybody. You're showing them what humans can do. And your grace and skill have inspired a whole legion of admirers, too. Hey, could I get your picture?
I don't have a problem with it, but why?
Are you kidding? Nobody will believe that I talked with the beautiful Commander Shepard unless I get a picture. You're a hero, Shepard. Decades from now, humanity's going to remember you, and I'll have your picture. Just hold up your gun. Perfect. Thanks again, Commander. I'm gonna hang this in my living room. My wife will love it.
The one place I never really go to afterwards is have to blow it up. It's caused it. Is it actually back to being a bar, or is it now just a shot up place? There's a page. Oh, Harkin's still there. Okay.
Dancers are highly respected among my people, but I get the feeling these women are not held in high esteem.
Okay. So it's actually real, and Harkin's still there for some goddamn reason. I guess it makes it easier if you wanted to check. No, shit, no, we don't want to do that. We want to go up manually. We want to go up manually because... I want to go manually because there's a quest. There should be a quest on the middle floor.
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones. Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
Hey, you're that Shepard kid.
Hey, been a long time, huh?
I'm sorry. Do we know each other?
I guess you don't remember me. Lieutenant Zabaleta? I worked with your mother. We served on the carrier Einstein. Well, that was 12, 13 years back, though. You were just a kid then.
I didn't see her much that tour. The ship was on patrol most of the time.
Hey, call your mom up and ask. She'd remember old Zabaleta. She'd vouch for me. Look, I need a favor. I'm kind of short on money these days. I hate hitting you up for money, but a man's gotta eat, right? So, could you spare something? Maybe 20 credits.
20 isn't enough to get you back on your feet, is it?
No. I'll just get a meal. You know.
Yeah. It's not a problem.
You're a good kid, you know that? Thanks. You ever want to come by and talk, I'll be here. Huh? Can't afford a ticket home, right?
What do you say we head down to Cora's Den after shift?
Sounds good. Some of the others are going for Novio's farewell thing.
Damn, I forgot that was today. Where's he going again?
Novaria. Apparently, they've got a huge demand for corporate security.
Novaria? Isn't that the frozen planet?
Yeah, I wouldn't go, but I guess the pay's pretty good.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
Alright, so we'll go Admiral Kahoku. Then we'll sweep round to see if the couple are there for their quest. Then from there we can
In a further
swirl.
development in the Eden Prime investigation, the Council has reportedly revoked the Spectre status of one of its operatives. While the unnamed operative has not yet been apprehended, a Council spokesman confirmed that corrective actions had been taken.
So yeah, we want to see Admiral Kahoku. We'll go around and see if the couple's there. Then from there we can go to the embassy. Pick up there. When we get to Normandy, we'll speak with Marlon Shepherd. And we will then jump to space, do some quests, come back, and we can see Zabaleta. Do the second part of the Zabaleta quest.
No, I'm waiting to speak with Commander Shepherd, isn't it? My name is Admiral Kahoku. Is there something I can do for you?
You sent a recon team out into the Artemis Tau cluster?
Yes, that's right. They went missing a few days ago. I've been trying to find out what happened to them, but I keep getting the runaround from Alliance brass. Do you know something about this, Commander?
I'm not sure how to tell you this, Admiral. Your men were killed by a thresher maw.
A thresher maw? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part. The families of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
Anything you need from me?
Not right now, Shepard, but I'll let you know as soon as I find something out.
Down. You know, it's fine. I can do it. Presidium. Financial district. And if they're there, they should be right next to which they are.
I'm telling you, this is not what Jake would want.
Who are you to tell me what my husband would want?
I'm the only person making sense right now. You're endangering your baby.
This baby is the only thing I have left of Jake. I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Can I help you with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
I'm certain that she has a good reason. I'd like to hear both sides.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
It's Rebecca's child, Michael. I think you should honor her decision.
Damn it, she's not choosing. She's acting blindly out of grief.
I know you want the best for your brother's child, but this isn't your decision.
Of course it is! I'm the closest thing to a father this baby is going to have.
Then support the baby's mother. Stand with her when she makes tough decisions.
This baby is the only thing my brother... It's all I have left of him. I need to know that the baby's safe.
It's all I have left too, Michael.
I just want Jacob's child to be safe. I want to give him that much.
We will. I promise. Thank you for talking with us. I appreciate it.
And from there, jump to the embassy. Speak with Miss Dantius.
I know you. You're Commander Shepard, the human Spectre. Is there something I can do for you?
You're Nasana, right? I ran into your sister, Dahlia. It didn't end well for her.
What? Are you saying she's...
Dahlia's dead, Nasana, and I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits. But I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
Excellent. Just head downstairs to see Zach. Go into space.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected. In other news, Exogenicorp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Ms. Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. I don't blame you for walking out on her.
Sir, she was gonna make me look bad no matter what I said.
You're probably right. I guess it could have gone a lot worse. Just wanted to let you know what the response was back home. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Shepard, this is Admiral Kahoku. I found out who set that trap for my men. The ones killed by the Thresher Moor. Damn, I hope you get this message. It was a group called Cerberus. An Alliance Black Ops organization. Top secret, highest level security clearance. They vanished a few months ago. Dropped right off the grid. Nobody knew where they went or what they were up to. They've gone completely rogue, Shepard. They're conducting illegal genetic experiments, trying to create some kind of super soldier. I don't have any proof, but I found the coordinates for one of their research worlds. I'm uploading them with this message. They're completely out of control. Somebody needs to stop them. I've done my part. Now it's up to you. This is probably the last you'll hear from me. Cerberus is after me now. I need to disappear before they find me.
Ew. Right, we're going to go into the mission, which is the first time we meet Edie. And by first time we meet Edie, I mean the time we meet Edie without knowing it's Edie, as we accidentally tried to kill her. How goes the space? It goes good.
On my way.
what we're going to do is leave this to about 8, half 8. We will then stop it, purely just because it makes it easier for once if I stop it. Actually, no, you don't have to. What I'll do is I'll stop the record. I can basically the main thing I'll do is probably not going to go basically just put it to the front, and then with the caveat of it would advise me Hades did good, and that's why FF14 did a lot of random stuff. There's only so much that Harvest while I love it, it's a wonderful game. It's one of those games where it's like kind of keep going with it. It's like I would eventually like to stop playing the game.
I'm on my way.
So Hades is probably best. Yeah, so basically, yeah, so basically, Harvestella, while being fun, is one of those games that it's like I would have trouble ending at a specific time, so I think Hades probably the best for something where we want to do stuff like let's do a run till midnight, and then there'll be a road. I do dislike this minigame. I much prefer the minigame they use. There was an older minigame they had with the Xbox version at least that I much preferred. So yeah, I'll probably... We'll probably do Hades after, and then I will... because Monday is going to be a big... because that's our channel birthday. Okay, I'm getting a lot of red dots.
I'm ready.
Hades is just something you can stop and start, I think is the key thing. Because you literally just go, I'm just going to do a run, and a run will take you about, what, max 20-30 minutes.
All clear.
We got them all, Shepard.
And as I said, Monday we'll maybe do some Harvestella as part of a big birthday stream. Because that'll be roughly about 12 hours of stream, broken into smaller segments of different games.
Got it. Perimeter clear.
We're just gonna chill vibe all the way to New Year with different games. Oh shit. Where's immunity?
Area secured.
Drones, the one damn enemy in this game that I'm actually vulnerable to. Also, looking forward to potentially D&D next week. It's going to be fun. Basically, tomorrow I see family for the first half of New Year's. Hang out, have some board games, have a nice Sunday roast. And then in the evening, it's a D&D session with one of the D&D groups I play with. Strixhaven game will start. Next week. Strixhaven game will start and I'll get to play the sad robot. See, I'm terrified because I'm not sure how much the DM is going to drop of my shit in the first session. So I imagine it's going to be a mixed bag. Some of my stuff will take time to show up. Some of it will get dropped very quickly, and it's like, which bits is going to be the slow burn, and which bits is going to be slow burn suffering, and which bits is going to be immediate pain. Okay. I'll tell you what I hate about this puzzle. I'm really bad at three-dimensional imaging in my head. So as soon as I stop the cursor moving from the bottom of the screen to the sides of the top, I have real difficulty getting like, oh shit.
Perimeter clear.
A list? How do you mean, like, of shit to throw at you? So sorry, Nathaniel. I'm just trying to understand. Is the list like a list of things that you can throw at you, or is it like a list of backstory stuff? Ah, I hate this.
Perimeter secured.
Sweet mercy. I see. I'm trying to think. Mine? What did... Oh, I went commando, I think. Sure. Yeah, because I'm just trying to think. I think... Without... How can I say this? A lot of it is to do with my class choices. And a little bit of background. The key thing for me is I have a lot of characters Ollie can throw at me. My big problem is the thing is, in theory, they shouldn't come up because they're all former students who graduated in the pre-game, in the pre-campaign sessions. So technically, it's like, well, there'd be no reason for them to be there because they've already. Okay, so I think I've been to the Artemis Tower. Yes. Have we been to Exodus? Been to Utopia? I'm not sure about Asgard, so we'll quickly travel to Asgard. Because that's Terra Nova. Is there anything in this? Oh wait, no, Terra Nova. This is Bring Down the Sky. I'm an idiot. So we've done Artemis Tower. What did I do? It's just those four. He doesn't get that seem to have got going on. So let's go to there. So Hades, Gamma, got Faratina, Dis, and Antaeus. Let's go Antaeus. So Trebin's the planet. house is a gas deposit. Plober is you recover a strange object orbiting Plober. Chief Engineer Adams and Tally tried unsuccessfully to determine the origin. They did find one of the matriarch Linda's writings stored with it. Okay, so that was true. Let's see which horror story this one is. It's Hades Gamma, if I recall, is not a pleasant system. So yeah, the DM can technically throw characters from my backstory. It just gets a bit messy. The main problem is going to be in that the DM then decided, hey, you know what, we're going to set up customs. So let's see, research base, anomaly. Let's go here first. Yeah, because the problem was it was determined that Strixhaven has, this version of Strixhaven has a custom involving the mighty robot now. It's like, okay, I'm going to be so sad because I'm going to upset some NPCs, I'm sure. One thing that can actually hurt me at this level is the only thing that doesn't have any RPG stuff is any RPG upgrades. Very reverse. Well, that's the other thing. His weapon ignores shields. So it's like, oh yeah, it's wonderful, I've got all these shields on my neck. Oh, shame if I do ignore them. Oh, wait, before we claws. I didn't know the tentacle has a melee attack. What bullshit is this? I just remember the part in Mass Effect 2 where they actually made the Threshamore like an entire goddamn boss fight. And it was like, yep, that's a Threshamore. Oh, fuck, I didn't read the thing, but it's Turian insignia. Okay, so Turian wreckage. You know what, let's just fucking go away from this place. In that direction. Oh yeah, Strixhaven. Well, you'll probably encounter it. Effectively, there is a lot of superstition around the robot. Yeah, some, let's just say some customs were established to be held by the students of Strixhaven, and some traditions were held that unfoundedly proved successful, and therefore probably is going to end up being a thing for as long as my robot is there. Best example I could give you is when I studied way back when at Durham, there was a superstition that you could not go up the Durham Cathedral bell tower until you had graduated. To do so beforehand would mean that you would fail your degree. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about. There's just a random probe that's just causing satellite stuff all from the sky. So it's stuff like that, but involving the robot. That's alright. I'm just going to be doing random side quests for a bit as we explore the galaxy.
Cover me.
Let's go to this abandoned base. I and see what random shit we find. I'm sure it would be good. There's
Nobody's been here for a while.
so this will be the missing survey team.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
We should check out the excavation site. Could be some answers there. I've seen this before. Machine cultists. The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics. Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
Probably was actually Reaper tech. But we wouldn't know about that for a while.
Heads up!
Oh fuck. Encounter all the exogenous survey team. They are converted to cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used by the Geth when Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so far from Geth territory, however, is a mystery. Hey. Let's see now. I've done a couple of missions. How everyone's feeling.
Yes, Commander?
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
I trust you, Commander. If you think they belong here, then so do I.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Ah. Good. His attitude was improving.
Commander, something you need?
Please.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask?
Top of my class.
What are you talking?
Oh, put the norm.
I have to go.
All right, see you.
Okay. Nothing new from Joker. I think Joker's only going to need dialogue if I Oh, words. I'm only going to do dialogue if I do a primary story mission.
Computer, give me a real-time connection to the Dreadnought Kilimanjaro. I want to speak to my mother, XO Shepard.
Shepard speak? Oh, hi. I don't have time for a personal call right now. I'm on duty.
I know what that's like. Do you remember a Lieutenant Zabaleta from the Einstein?
Ernesto? Have you heard from him? He was one of the Marines who guarded the CIC. We shared a watch. I lost track of him after there was an incident.
I've seen him here on the Citadel. Looks like he's had some hard times.
I don't doubt it. You remember the Batarian raid on Mindwar in 2170? You were in high school. The Einstein's task group responded to the Mayday. The Batarians were still pulling out when the Marines hit groundside. Zabaleta was one of the first down. He was never quite the same after.
I don't understand. What happened down there?
About every abomination that a sentient being can do to another. To a slaver, a person is just another animal. And humans aren't always liked out here. We heard about corralling, culling. They'd shoot those they couldn't use, implant control devices in the skulls of those they could, without anesthetic.
He has post-traumatic stress because of what he saw?
He tried to keep working, but it rode him. He showed up drunk on duty more and more. We couldn't always cover for him. The Alliance discharged him. Everyone knew he drank because of what he'd seen down there, even if he never talked about it. Especially because he never talked about it.
For it to have affected him that deeply, he must have been a very sensitive man.
He was. Always in laughter and tears. If you see him, tell him we still worry about him. Tell him to go to the Veterans Affairs office. I have to go. But take care of yourself. You're making us proud. Kilimanjaro out.
Here, check one thing a second. Where are we then? Argus Row. Which one's Argus Row? Argus Row. Okay, we'll go to Argus Row once we've done Hades again. Briefly, let's go to this before we go to any plans. Briefly continue chatting with the team. You're not going to give me anything, are you? Because it's not been a new mission.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Doc, seems hard to believe she's...
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for...
We'll talk another time.
Can be a bit annoying at times how little the NPCs actually talk to Mass Effect 1.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
With those two, okay. Don't go again. Interesting now. Come on, John's got something to talk about. Let's try games.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Commander, how are you?
Shepard.
Rex.
Let's... You know, it's telling out something interesting.
Hey, Shepard. You need something?
I should go.
See you later.
Oh, okay. Sad. Nah. Let's... So, let's look. So... This is the hostile takeover system, if I recall. So... Scans of the planetary show reveal an old unarmed shuttle. Salvage team found a Turian body on board marked Trident colony insignia. Remember Dis? I can't remember what the other one's called. Something like Dis. They're both very small names. Like, you see the name and you're like, oh, I remember you. You've got to see the name to remember it. Around here. It's this divot. There's my point. So that's the Syndicate hideout. It's a little. I think. Leading away from the escape point, no sign of survivors. I did see something. Just the maker picked it up. Seriously, France can shoot you all the way over there. Dead Traveller had the League of One medallion. Where he found it, what he was trying to do with it is unclear. Why are you shooting your shotgun at people half a mile away? Your shotgun is not going to do the damage. It's a probe. And fireworks have already started. Yes. Where the fuck up? One.
Form up. Seals down.
Flipping hell, Lily. And I was right, these guys are quite the operation going on, but that's going to change. One down, one more to go. For a while now. Woohoo! Systems have appeared. So then it's Varatina. Scans of Juntorma revealed derelict freighter in the mid-stage of orbital decay. The salvage team aboard the vessel determined it had been attacked by raiders. Little of value but they did find a Prothean data disk. Order vessel. So what's this? The brother's vessel, if I recall, that went missing. I think this is the one. Oh, this is the biotics.
Intruders! Kill the hostage! See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all going to regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth, I promise that.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
A 5th Fleet cruiser will be by shortly to pick you and the prisoners up.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
Sometimes it's just worth exploring a little just to see what little things might be hidden. Yeah, I think very few people will go and explore.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. An emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Scans of the planet Canron reveal dangerous levels of radiation coming from orbit. Chief Engineer Adams conducted further scans to discover remains of an ancient warhead marked with the Park colony insignia. Oh, this isn't the one I was thinking. This is different. So I thought this is the one related to the backstory of the Blitz. No, this one I recall the distress signals I get from. I recall. The one I'm thinking of is a much more red desert, a bit like Mars. While searching the wreckage, you found a very old letter stamped with the Gothos colony insignia. Unfortunately, the text is indecipherable.
like the signals coming from that wreckage.
Careful. Got a bad feeling about this. It's a trap.
During a scan of the Phoenix system asteroid field, you detect an on-engine reading Tally determined was quarrying in nature. She led the recon team to the asteroid field where she discovered an abandoned freighter. The team could not determine why the ship was there, but they did find probing data disk.
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area. You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
There's good at resisting gravity. Found one of the matriarch's writings on this body. Possible writings came from the nearby ruins. Where the hell that pirate go?
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
That's what you get for trying to bloody well use, community to get out of a tank shell.
I know who runs this place.
Have you been here before?
No, but I was planning to come here before you and I met. This place belongs to a Turian scum named Ton Actus. It's a long story, but he's got something that belongs to me.
Well, what is it?
Family armor. It's been with us for over 5 generations. Turian military took it from my father's father after the war. Somehow this ass wound up with it. I want it back.
We'll get it back. Now let's move.
Right behind you. I'm a little busy here. This is it. I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap, but at least I've got it back.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
Rex touches his grandfather's arbor, his expression thoughtful, perhaps, broken hard to read, and he shakes off his bemusement, grips his gun with a new purpose. It's time to move on. Just a moment. Oh dear. First of all, did it actually get installed? Yes, it did. Oh, God. Just quickly looking just to see. Argus Row Phoenix system. This is Phoenix, yeah. Let's briefly talk to Rex. I wonder if it's because I installed the mod after getting Inspector status. At which point, potentially, I might just have to complete a quest beforehand.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
No. Now that I have my family's armor again, there's nothing left for me.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatened? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find it.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Liara? Why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. Same as you, I expect. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something?
Your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
Just my commanding officer, huh? We'll have to see about that.
What are you saying, Williams?
Me? I'm not saying anything, Skipper. I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
When did we move from Sir to Skipper? I seem to have missed that bit.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
I should go.
See you later.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a
Well,
sense
they know
for it.
about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about Kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the Protheans.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
I'm not interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I think we will call it there for Mass Effect today. And we will briefly pause while I change game.